Social media, created to be the hub for people across the world to express themselves. As the years have passed, monetization has been standardized and our attention spans have worsened, allowing for a rapid output and consumption of short-form content. In this day and age, are you more likely to be on the outside, or have you been?
You're about to witness the first morning sip of a working actor.
Hello, Tommy.
Uh-huh.
What? Cheers. You having a good day?
I'm having a good day, man. Yourself?
I'm good. You just woken up as well. You just caught
Do I look like it? It's fairly early.
So what do you do? What's your life?
I do a lot of filmmaking stuff. I'm a big actor. I've been doing it for 10 years now.
Tommy.
Yes.
I've realistically, I've just been doing creative shit for as long as I remember, man.
With help from psychology professor Stuart Flint and film influencer Josh Toombs, we wanted to see if Tommy had been affected by the hundreds of short clips he consumes every day.
It's just, there's a lot of shite. There's a lot of shite on social media, man. But it's like, if it gets my stuff out there, that's the dream, really.
Tommy, like many young filmmakers, is using social media to promote his many projects. But that doesn't stop him from encountering the negative aspects of social media, what he and many people have dubbed brain rot.
There's certain things like I hate Skibidi. I feel like slowly the more that the sort of digital age is like exploring and becoming its own entity, like the internet's becoming an actual like, when it's like metaverse and all that sort of stuff, it's becoming like a livable space. I feel like people are losing in touch with what makes social media special, which is the people and the connectiveness.
I mean, the brain rot kind of idea as such, inevitably it will impact people's cognitions. What do I think of it? I think it's difficult. I think it's difficult to, and as I say, quite inaccurate probably to give a broad brush to the potential impact that these types of sources are having. What we need to do as educated professionals is understand where the harms are, where the potential harms are, and in many, just like in many other instances, take preventative actions.
It's just brain rot.
Tommy feels alienated by the current social media landscape.
That's the whole point, is the social media and the internet was created to be for people across the world, working class people, middle class people, upper class people, every single stature, every single walk of life, to connect with each other.
Everyone has a different relationship with social media, including film influencer Josh.
I'm Josh Toombs. I'm a filmmaker from Leeds, England, and I'm a social media influencer on the side.
For the last few years, Josh has worked with many different companies to produce advertisements for their social media accounts.
For me right now, it's usually like restaurants. One at the moment, it's like the tops with like your counters and your kitchen and stuff. All the companies right now, they're all wanting to get into short form content.
Because obviously you get like these corporate trends where they see a trend online, like what's for example, like the whole the Mob in Time thing. It's like, let's release it in cinemas because everybody likes it. No, they're just taking the piss out of your film and nobody went to watch it.
Social media will inevitably have an impact. And I think that's reflected in why so many major organisations are using social media, because there is a great opportunity from their perspective to influence the next generation of people who are coming through.
We invited Tommy back later in the day to ask him if he thinks social media is addictive.
I definitely just find myself defaulting in terms of just going to look at my phone on Instagram, and I'm like, I actually have to catch myself and go, what am I doing? Like, I'm doing in the middle of doing something productive, I just look at my phone, put my phone down, do something else for 2 minutes, and I'm like, I want to look at my phone again. I was like, why do I want to do that? I don't need to look at this thing anymore.
But actually, in many instances, people can become quite addicted. And we do know that, the continuous consistent use of social media, the continuous checking of social media, because for some people it can be very useful, and for other people it can be very negative.
I do every now and again go down that rabbit hole, start watching reels for ages. I'm just like on autopilot, just watching the reels.
I think I just narrowly avoided the generation that needs to look at the phone constantly. Their entire social interaction depends on how they look online.
It became more apparent that Tommy's day-to-day usage of social media has had a great impact on his life in both positive and negative ways. While Tommy has clearly fallen victim to the brain rot crisis, social media hasn't always had a negative effect on his life.
I both have either hate and a love relationship with social media. It's connected me with one of my best friends of all time.
Is it Tommy Walton?
Yes, bro.
Is it the real one?
They're recording me for a documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the documentary about? Did they tell you or?
Pure brain
or
rot,
they
mate.
just-
So do you mainly use your social media for watching Instagram Reels?
Very much so. Or like I'll see a cool edit, or like it's mainly film edits. I've sort of tried to curate my algorithm to be less brain rotty and more actually like film related. So I'm like, oh, this inspires me.
I mean, there's French brain rot too.
What's French brain rot? Like, what would you describe as French brain rot?
Oh well, we have our own culture. It's a movement.
It's a movement. Sort of just find myself scrolling when I'm bored, but I hate when I catch myself doing it. It's annoying.
Is the brain rot getting to you?
I'm immune to brain rot.
I don't know. I am the Eggman. That was brain rot back in the day, bro.
Beatles brain rot.
Yeah, I mean, I am the walrus is peak brain rot for the Beatles.
You know, the impact on our engagement with social media differs significantly across the population. You know, it would be like saying, you know, watching certain types of TV shows is brain rot. Celebrity Get Me Out of Here and the Love Island and programs like that. There's a perception that people who are watching these types of reality TV programs and so on, and probably people who are less educated, who are being exposed to this type of behaviour, and therefore this idea of brain rot or this kind of coining of this term is probably also steeped in a stereotype.
I would be very disappointed in myself if brain rot had a active or long-lasting effect on me. I think I'd have to sort my life out.
Tommy, although not addicted to watching short-form content, has clearly been affected by social media as a whole, whether that be in his personality, the connections he's made, or the reliance upon it to further his career. So, as the media we consume evolves, who knows what we'll be watching on our phones a decade from